What's going on, guys? So today we're doing an Invoked Mekk-Knight deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we'll start off with the main deck. For the monsters, we play 3 Alistair. His effect is when this card is normal summoned, you can add an invocation from your deck to your hand. His other effect is you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, target a fusion monster you control, and it gains 1000 attack. Now, Invocation is your fusion card, your fusion spell card, which allows you to fusion summon your extra deck monsters. So, for the Mekk-Knights, we play 3 Purple Nightfall. Its effect is you can target a Mekk-Knight monster you control, banish it until the next standby phase, and then you can add a Mekk-Knight from your deck to your hand. And the main card you want to add is Mekk-Knight Blue Sky. His effect is, if this is normal special summon from the hand, you can add Mekk-Knight monsters with different names, except Mekk-Knight Blue Sky, from your deck to your hand equal to the number of cards your opponent controls in that column. So say they've got a trap card and a monster, I can then special summon my Mekk-Knight and then add 2 Mekk-Knights. So usually you then want to add something like Yugioh Eclipse, and its effect is you can target a Mekk-Knight monster you control and you can just move it to whatever zone. Really good for being able to move them out of a zone. Say you had to move it into a fusion zone, just say you had to link or something, move them out, get some more monsters out. So yeah, just really useful card. I then play 2 Red Moon. Its effect is you can target a monster in your opponent's column, and then you just banish a Mekk-Knight from your graveyard and destroy it. So usually you get out Yugioh Eclipse and him, and you just move it wherever you want and just banish a bunch of cards, or just destroy a bunch of cards from your opponent's field. I play 1 Yellow Star. Its sprint's the same as Red Moon, but just for spells and traps. So that's all the Mekk-Knights. Let's get on to another spicy card. Alright, so for 2 cards that people usually don't play, I play 2 Time Maiden. Now, the reason why I play this card is if you control no monsters, you just special summon it. So it's a free special summon, and then you just normal summon your Alistair, and because they're different types and attributes, you then link them off into your Alistair, the Invoker of Madness, which is your main link monster. Now, so yeah, just really easy. The other effects you don't really care about because you're not playing any other Time Lords, but yeah, just really good card to be able to get out your link monsters. For the hand traps, I play 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, negates monster effects during your opponent's turn, and can negate your opponent from adding cards from deck to hand, special summoning from the deck, or sending a card from deck to graveyard. Yeah, really good cards, and now that Ash is a common in the new structure deck, you can then, it's really cheap to get it. Not as cheap as some other cards, but it still can be a good card to get. Alright, for the spells, I play 3 Magical Meltdown and 2 Terraforming. So Magical Meltdown's effect is when this card is activated, you can add an Alistair from your deck to your hand, and you play the 2 Terraform to be able to get your Magical Meltdown. Just really good card, so in the end you are pretty much playing a Alistair. These all result in you ending up with Alistair in your hand. The next spells I play are 3 Invocation. This is the card I was talking about earlier. This card allows you to fusion summon your monsters using cards from your hand, field, or graveyard. Now, if they're from your field or graveyard, they get banished, but from your hand, just get discarded. So you pretty much just activate it, banish, say your Alistair's on the field, and a Mekk-Knight, just banish them, and you can fuse into whatever you want. Another spell, I played the Book of the Law. Really useful card to be able to, say you've set it, your next turn you've got out a Macabre, say you attack with it, you can then activate the Book of the Law, get a Purgatorio or something just to deal a bunch of damage. So its effect is tribute an invoked monster and special summon an invoked monster from your extra deck with the different original attribute. So just really useful card to get out whatever you need. I play 2 World Legacy's Memory. Now there's a cool combo you do which gets you a +1. So what you do, you set the card. During your opponent's end phase, you activate, which allows you to special summon a Mekk-Knight from your deck. You special summon Purple Nightfall. Purple Nightfall's effect activates, so you banish itself to be able to add a Blue Sky from your deck to your hand. Then, during your standby phase, Purple Nightfall gets special summoned back. And so it's a +1, and then you can special summon Blue Sky to be able to add more cards. So yeah, World Legacy Memory is just a really good card. The next spell card I play is Instant Fusion. You pay 1000 life points and special summon a level 5 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck. Pretty straightforward, and you use instant fusion to get out your Thousand Eyes Restrict, which I will explain a bit more in a few minutes. The last two spell cards I play are 2 Mind Control. Mind Control is really good to get rid of your opponent's monsters, which are just annoying. So its effect is you can target a monster your opponent controls until the end phase, take control of it. It can't declare an attack or be attributed, but you just link it off, fusion with it. Oh, it's so useful to be able to get rid of your opponent's boss monster or just a card that's really annoying. Finally, I play 3 traps, 2 strike, 1 warning. Now, Solemn Strike's effect is when a monster would be special summoned or monster effect is activated, pay 1500 life points, negate the summon or activation, and then just destroy it. So say you're going second, you can make your board, attack them, wipe their board out, then you set this, then during their turn when they try and come back, you just stop them in their tracks. Or if they make you go first, you've got cards to be able to stop their plays. Oh, and warning is when a monster would be summoned or spell and trap card or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, pay 2000 life points to negate the summon or activation. So yeah, just simple, straightforward cards, but really good cards to be able to stop your opponent. Alright, well, let's get on to the extra deck. Alright, so for the extra deck, we play 1 Thousand Eyes Restrict, 1 Invoked Radiant, 1 Cocytus, 1 Mage, because I can't say its name, 2 Purg, 2 Macabre, and 1 Elysium. Now I'll explain what these guys do. So Thousand Eyes Restrict, you can just take control of your, you can equip a monster your opponent controls to this card. It's just good for getting rid of their boss monsters. Flips a monster face down, can attack in defense position, big boss monster. Purgatoria is your main way of getting your opponent's life points down. It gains 200 attack for each card your opponent controls, and it can attack all your opponent's monsters once each. And it also inflicts piercing battle damage. So this card, already at 2300 attack, is very good at destroying your opponent. We play 2 Macabre. This is your monster spell trap negation. All you have to do is when your opponent activates a monster or spell and trap card, you just send the same type of card from your hand to the graveyard and negate it. It's a really simple but really effective way to stop your opponent. Elysium just pretty much blows up their field. You special summon him and then tribute to be able to destroy all monsters with the same attribute. And because Elysium counts as a dark, earth, water, fire, and wind monster, plus a light, it can destroy most cards. Alright, now moving on to the links. For the link monsters, we play 1 Underclock, we play a 2-card Nightmare package, we play an Alistair, Mekk-Knight and the Morningstar, Mekk-Knight, Spectrum, Supreme. Underclock's good to be able to help with the OTKs or to get monsters out of the way. Spell and trap removal, monster removal. Alistair, the Invoker of Madness. If a monster is fusion summoned to the zone this card points to, discard a card, and then you can add Invocation or the Book of the Law from your deck to your hand. So really good to be able to get out 2 fusion monsters. We also play Mekk-Knight of the Morningstar. His effect is if a Mekk-Knight monster you control battles, in a different column, they can't be destroyed by battle. And you don't take any damage, so really good effect. And then Mekk-Knight Spectrum Supreme is this card can attack directly if it's the only card in its column. 3000 attack, can do a lot of damage. Now they do have other effects, I'll just briefly explain. So if this is link summoned, you can discard a Mekk-Knight and add a World Legacy card. So you just pretty much summon him, discard a Mekk-Knight, and then add that World Legacy memory to be able to get that +1. Mekk-Knight Spectrum Supreme. So if you can send one other card you control in this card's column to the graveyard and just special summon a Mekk-Knight from your deck. Simple as that, and just works to be able to get out more monsters. Alright, onto the side deck. For the side deck, we play 2 Dino Wrestler Prankatops. Its effect is if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon them from your hand. Then you contribute a Dino Wrestler monster and target a card on the field, destroy it. So he's really good. What I like to do, I will special summon him, destroy a card my opponent controls, activate Invocation, banish him from the graveyard, and then I get to pop a card, plus I get to fusion summon. So yeah, really good card. I play a 5-card Kaiju Engine. I play Humongous, Gamasiel, 2 Dogoran, and an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. So their effects are you contribute a monster your opponent controls, special summon this card from your hand to their side of the field. Really good to be able to get rid of that boss monster or just a really annoying card. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is destroy as many monsters on the field as possible, and special summon in attack position 2 Kaiju monsters with different names from your deck, 1 on each side. So yeah, just really good to be able to destroy your opponent's board or just tribute their monsters. Alright, the next card we play. For the traps, I play 2 Forbidden Apocrypha. This card is really good against Thunder Dragons. You declare an extra tech monster, so you usually declare Fusion, and then if 2 or more monsters of the declared type are on the field, make each player send all monsters of that type from the field to the graveyard. And because it sends, doesn't destroy, Thunder Dragon Colossus can't activate their effect to be able to pretty much save themselves. So that's just really good for getting rid of that big board. I play 3D Barrier, pretty much just to stop Thunder Dragons. This side deck is mostly just stopping Thunder Dragons. Yeah, it's just really good against doing that. So you just activate D-Barrier and your opponent can't fusion summon. Simple as that. And last but not least, I play 3, there can be only 1. Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. Simple as that. And because this Invoked Mekk-Knight deck is got so many different types, you can usually end on a big board and they're all different types. While Thunder Dragons have to send, they can only control 1 or 2 monsters, and then I can just attack through everything. Alright guys, that has been the Invoked Mekk-Knight deck profile. If you like that, please click subscribe and like this video. If you want to see more things like this, please comment down below. We'll be posting more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, all that sort of stuff. Just stick around for more. Thank you guys for watching.